Hello everyone, I'm Carmen and welcome to the Featherweight Shop. Today I want to show you our all-new thread post. This tool was designed for vintage sewing machines like the Featherweight that have a vertical spool pin, and the thread post converts this vertical spool pin into a horizontal thread delivery system. New cross-wound thread like this spool of Orifil here was designed to work on a horizontal spool pin like most of your modern machines, and it not actually made to spin the spool itself, but the thread would simply turn and come off of the end of the spool. And when a spool of thread like this is used on a vertical pin, what happens is as it goes, as you're sewing with it, it adds additional tension because it's got to spin this. It adds additional tension, but it's also adding additional twist to the thread itself that's not supposed to be there, and that will show up when it arrives in your stitch in the fabric. The thread post is very easy to use. You simply slide the thread onto the post and the thread post onto the spool pin. Attach the cap. Most of the time you're going to use this small cap. Works best on most spools of thread like Orifil. It does come with a larger cap here, but this cap is included because there's some obscure thread brands with a large end cap here that this larger one works a little better. So it's included, but most of the time you're going to use the small cap. And then also included is this little tab that goes on your first thread guide, and that keeps the thread flowing smoothly through that first guide. A lot of times if you're using any sort of a tabletop thread stand, or you're sewing really fast or winding a bobbin, with the short distance here on a Featherweight, you can sometimes jump the thread out of that first thread guide, and that holds it in place. And once the thread post is on your machine with the thread spool in place, you just continue to thread the machine just normal at that point. And once it is completely threaded, as the thread is coming through the machine, it is a completely smooth thread delivery without spinning the spool itself. And the thread post includes an instruction sheet that will guide you through setup. And we designed this for the Featherweight because we're the Featherweight Shop, but it also works excellent on any of your other center mount spool pin vintage type sewing machines like a Singer 1599 or 201. Another neat feature of the thread post is that with its low profile, you're able to put it and leave it on the machine and still close your case. Or if you're using your machine at home and you cover it with a cover, you don't have to remove the thread post in order to cover the machine like you would with a thread stand. Well, thank you for watching. If you have any questions about the thread post, just give us a call or send us an email here at the Featherweight Shop. I think you'll find that the new thread post is a smooth thread delivery system resulting in better looking stitches.